Hey everybody, it's Kelly and welcome to day 28. So day 28 was the day I flew home from Arizona, and I thought that I would do something different than my boarding passes. On the way out, I put them in I put them in a little bit of in a bag. I can't think of that word. In a bag. So on the way back, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. What I'm thinking about doing here is just putting them on a piece of paper. And I want to be able to see these. And this piece. And I think what I'll do with this piece, this is just the little plastic that you get around the boarding, that the boarding pass sits on. That's not so pretty. I'm thinking I want to staple the boarding passes together. So I'll grab my tiny attacher, and just because the staples are cute, right? And I'll staple them together here so that those won't separate. So I've got that, and then I can add this to, I don't know, maybe down here or something like that. And I'm thinking this needs to be cut just a little bit to make that work really well. Now, the other thing I'm thinking about is, how do I journal on this? Because I could put a label down here, but I also thought if it works, I could add, this is a little 3x4 pocket that kind of is meant to go like up in here as an extra, like an extra pocket here. But I could do that here on this side, because nothing here nothing here is going to like open up. And then I could put a piece to journal on in that, and then I'd have to put something on the reverse as well, just another piece of paper or a decorative piece or something like that. I do want to get some colors other than blue in here. I did grab these pieces too. Originally I thought I was going to do it this way, but now I'm thinking there's no reason why I can't have that sit, that I can't have it sit here and kind of cover up the messiness over here where you'll see kind of that piece here. Put that piece there, maybe just put a, I can have a little flip up with another piece of paper here. I do have this tag, this snow tag, so I could do that and just put it on here, or I could do the snow tag on this side as well. So let's start assembling this and I'll get that figured out. So I have either a green piece to do this, which that's a lot of darkness, or I have a red piece, and I think I like that one a little bit better so that there's a little more brightness to the page. So if you've been watching me, you know that I don't like to measure these. I just use the card before if I have one. So this is pretty close to 6 inches. I actually think it is 6 inches wide now that I think about it, because that red piece of paper is 6 inches wide. And I'm trying to get a few more interactive elements in here other than just the bags that I've been using. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So then what I could do, if I really wanted to, oh, actually I can't do that. I was going to say, if I really want to, I can hide it behind there, but I can't because the boarding pass and all those photos will be there. So I'm going to take, let's see. Oh, it's supposed to go this way. What I really wanted to do was to have it do this. let's see. I don't want it to go that way. I don't really want it to cover the photo up here at all. What I wanted to do is have it kind of do like this. Let's see if I can make that work. Yeah, and I think that'll stick in the book okay, except I didn't get it on straight. So this is really not the way these little photo flips are meant to be used. They're meant to like kind of go in there too. You can do that. Okay, if I put this in, that will give me a better indication if I've got this straight or not. There, and I think the pressure of the book will keep that down. There we go. So it's a little backwards from the way you would normally use it, but I think it's okay. So then this piece will go here. I could pop that on there, but let's get the red behind first. And I can check this to see what will be showing. And what I think I want to do is put that all the way to the edge. So then this covers this. Oh, and then I wanted this kind of down in here. So let's get that on there too. So that I know how to actually put this on here. And again, I want that to be covered. And then this will, I can still open this up if I wanted to. I'd have to go in and pull the card out. But, I mean, I probably won't do that. But that's okay. So this is just going to go all the way to this edge. Then, now the question is, do I want to use that or do I want to use a green down here? Or the other thing I could, can always add this green in here to do the journaling, like do that, and then do something up here with more green. And then maybe add a green label up there. And I do have this red snowman. I grabbed, well, I have red and blue snowmen here. So I could kind of add that in there. So I'm thinking maybe that's what I'm going to do. And maybe use that green instead of the blue that I thought I was going to use. Or do I want to use the blue? Because that'll flip up to that. And then use the green here. And then there's no real green here, but I think that's okay. I also have this brighter green I can use too, to do a little pop here. Oops, and that's coming off. To be, once I have this on here, I'm not going to be in and out of it, so I think it won't be such a big deal. So I'm thinking, let's do the blue, just because that when I flip it up, it'll work with the other colors above. And what I could do is find a little green something and put it on this card on the opposite side, or put it here somewhere so that kind of works back to that. Okay, so this is underneath. Okay, so I have to think about how this is going to go. So this will be underneath with this at the bottom because I want to decorate this in that position when I do it. Okay, that's hard sometimes. Here's my Redefine Creative Kit. And maybe I do the blue down here so that I get all the colors in here. I'll put him on here. And then what I could do is just add a little red enamel dot. There they are. They're right in front of my nose. Oops, take this. I do need to get my date on here as well yet, so that could go here if I wanted to. And then, let's see, let's put this enamel dot on there. So now we have the red, green, and blue down here. I did grab this piece here. Maybe what I want to do is the date up here. So if I put the Oh What Fun on there, and that's sarcastic, by the way, because when I got into Denver, it was snowing. And I happened to have a snowflake mask on because I knew it was going to be snowing in Denver. So let's get that about even. Let's put this back on. Okay, and we'll slip this card in here so you can see what that's going to look like. And my question is, am I ever going to get this straight? That's the first question. And then maybe I want to put my little snowman outside of the card here. So that lays a little bit flatter. And then I have a little something outside. If he'll come off easily, I'm going to move him. Yeah. Will also honestly be easier to write on once I get there. Okay, so here's my little snow guy. I do like him better on the outside there. If I'd put this on the correct way, this wouldn't be such a big deal. But because I didn't want the sticky up here, it's a little bit harder to see. Okay, so that goes there. This will slip under here, so I like how much I'm revealing of that boarding pass, so a little bit interesting there. And then I can do some sort of a label, and I still do have this Bah Humbug piece. If I wanted to add it in somewhere. I think you can tell I'm in the airport there. So I think that's kind of funny because this is a speech bubble and it does look like I'm saying bah humbug. So I'm going to put this up as far up here as I can get it. And then I can add a couple of let's see, enamel dots up in here in the red and green. And I think I'll go with the middle size with that one because the little green one here is quite a bit smaller. Just add those two in, and then whatever I decide to do over here, I think I'll do some red and green. I've got the green represented in the paper here, green up there, so that's good. So here I just need my some sort of label and then a date here. So, I mean, I could go back again to my labels I've been using. In the red. Or I could use an actual label across. Looking at, I have red and green here to fill up some of that space. And I'm thinking I'd kind of like it to be like there. Could also do it up here. But I'm thinking there would be a little bit better. I do have this big heart label. I'd cut the heart off here though. I think I like that. Oh, that was handy to pull that out. And now I'm thinking I could layer this green label over it too. Just write, you know, something like Denver Airport. Or just see, I'm going to use, I have a small green alpha tucked in here. Let me see if I have, I do. I have the numbers 20 and 2 and 8 here. So I think what I'll do is just add those right in here. I actually like that because there's a little bit of red and green, a little red and green here. And then the silver kind of goes back to the blue a little bit, but that's how that page is going to lay up. And I really like how that turned out. All right, you guys, that's day 28. I'll be back with day 29.